Hi everyone!
Hello and welcome back to our
Welcome
channel.
back.
Nice to see you.
Today we will talk about again um, about the separation
Yep.
because I think it's a very important topic for many out there, and the more we understand that situation and what is involved in it, I think the easier it will be to heal the anxiety, depression within.
Yes, and I have a Portuguese Telegram group, and over there, I understood that most people in the twin flame journey they actually have a karmic relationship, and I think we have to expand this another video. I'm just
Okay,
remembering now. I don't want to forget.
okay, that's
Yeah,
nice.
instead of a real twin
They're
flame.
quite active out there, and it's very lovely.
They want to come out and they cannot, so they're stuck. Yeah.
Yes. So today we'll talk about expectations and what they have to do actually with the twin flame journey,
Hmm.
the separation stage, and how to come out of all this to feel better.
And how to kiss your twin flame.
Ah!
Because we are just talking to the camera, blah, blah, blah. They want to see something. So,
Yes, it might be boring sometimes, I guess.
yeah. The LA,
The LA.
because we say lower astral every time in the videos. LA stands for lower astral. So, yeah. And then we, we found out LA stands for
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles. But then, if you see clearly, Los Angels or the Angels.
The
So it's the
angel.
same thing, you know? But only the ones who are pros in our channel, they already understood everything. The other ones, they need to keep on watching. So the lower astral tempts us a lot in this life, mostly through friends and family, but it's not very much. It's a little bit here and there. It's almost like subconscious. But as soon as we are about to do the right thing, and in this case, to be with our twin flame, simply because it increases so much the love in our hearts, me and Petty and you guys, and guys and girls, it makes the auric feel so strong that the Lord Astral does not have much of a grasp on the world because it needs some fear going on here. So, it starts to tempt us with stuff so that we can grab on something. And we think that it's going to be something like a distraction. Yes, distractions are very good for us to stop what we're doing, but most of us are probably not going to pay attention much. However, there's something even more powerful. It's something that we don't realize it's not coming from the soul. We think it's from the soul, but it's not. And many people also think that any desire that comes in our heart is also something that we should pursue. But unfortunately, we cannot tell almost anymore what is what. Everything is mixed. I'm sorry, but the collective consciousness already mixed everything up. It's all a big soup. So you don't know anymore what is an emotion, what is a desire, what is a feeling, what is a thought. Everything is just.
In human design, the ego is related with the heart, and this already tells a lot, I think.
Uh-huh. You see? And
So, just like you said, we have to be aware. Yes, open heart, but also open mind,
yes.
to be able also to judge correctly, not the mind to interfere, but through the intuition, the messages to be able to come to us, because they still come to us, any kind of downloads and messages through the mind, right? You cannot think with the heart properly.
Yep.
The information has to come here in the head.
And if you paid attention enough in his life, people, especially children and stuff, teenagers, they usually are severely affected in their decisions based on their heart because they are naive. However, if these children are following their intuition and instincts, it's more probable they will avoid being harmed. It is, unless they already like registered before coming to Earth. I want to experience this and that, and I don't care. Then it's a different story. Another thing.
Can I tell a small story?
Go ahead.
Because now that you're speaking all this, and I remember, I want to give us an example. When I was a child, I fell very bad. That happened actually a couple of times, and I hit myself on the same spot right here, and I still have a scar. It's not very visible from there, but it's like a little bit swollen, like a tiny horn.
I also have, but it's a proper line like this in my head.
So
You have on this side?
Yes.
I have on that side. It's the same?
Yes.
Okay. So we're not. Just kidding. It's good to have some similarities.
I clearly remember both times how I fell, and I didn't protect myself because I was really going with my ego forward. Why? I'm going to explain now. The first time I was just walking on a sidewalk that was a little bit elevated, but just at the corner, and just trying to follow a pattern, with children's type of thing. And as soon as my mom saw me, she's like, "Come out of there, you're gonna fall," because it's like a very thin line that you walk on. And why did I continue? Because children sometimes they like to do things exactly opposite to what their parents say.
Yep.
And that's exactly the same fire that spoke within me, and I continued, and of course I fell and I hit myself very bad. The second time I was going down the stairs. My parents were going to work and me to the kindergarten, and I had my hands in the pocket. I liked to do that very much, simply because, again, when I was going up or downstairs, they were always telling me, "Take your hands out of the pocket. You're gonna fall or you're gonna trip, because your hands are needed to keep the balance, and you don't." Plus, I was hurting myself too much when I was a child. And of course, again, I fell and I hit myself in the same spot. So that's exactly what it is. If I had used my instincts and intuition, I would come out of this. I would probably not go through all this, but I went with the ego forward.
So the ego, the heart. There's another thing that about desire is that I don't know if you understood, but in religions they forbid or limit you to use the desires, because they know it's, I don't know why, but it is related with this. Since it's based in the ego, the action will follow with some side effects, and when it's the soul, it usually doesn't have as much, or it has less. So another thing for us to know here.
So on this journey, what happens, guys, is like the lower astral will immediately interfere. It is one of the first signs, let's say, of the twin flame journey. It's almost like a law. We've spoken about this, why it is so, in other videos. You can scroll down our videos and find it if you didn't watch. And at the beginning, maybe it will give us some hopes, like it will start to create desires in us. We will start to imagine certain things of what will happen if the situation develops in a certain way, and all this starts to create expectations within us.
Yes.
Even if we are not intentionally doing it, it builds upon subconscious level, and is there working on the background.
And one day we think, because it's like this, the expectation is almost like you are the architect, okay, and you make your own rules. However, you want to mingle whatever you created, whatever you imagine, mixed with the world that you're living on. It doesn't work like this. It only works in our dreams. That our reality becomes really reality in our dreams. As here, whatever you create in your head, most of the times it's not going to be compatible with the world we are living on, unfortunately. So expectations are really something to really steer away from. And you cannot be cold turkey. You just have to
Yes,
slowly.
with this we don't want to tell you stop creating your reality, you know,
Of course.
and manifesting.
That's how we grow as well.
But there's a very thin line out there. When you are manifesting something, when you're creating something in your life, the most important part is to create it and then to drop it.
Yep.
Immediately. And you stop thinking about it. Because the more you go back to it, the more you start to change the things there on what you already created. Or maybe you're like, maybe the manifestation already starts to happen. You're like, I was imagining this like this, but it's not really like the sensation that I was imagining it's gonna give me. So I prefer it to be like this. And you start to change it. And then the universe is like, oh, come on, mate, make up your mind. Like, I already gave you, I'm just starting to give you what you asked for, and now you want something totally different, like, from it. So in this way you are constantly changing. Plus, this does not show infinite trust in the divine.
Mm-hmm. The higher self is going to come one day or another to knock on your door, on your dreams, and to tell you, look, you, from like as long as I remember, before you came to Earth, this was not the plan. You're already too deep in this illusion here, too deep in the matrix. So this is not the plan, and you need to change your direction. And we can either continue and keep on failing, or we finally change. It's just gonna hurt because we've been all our lives, probably, or a good portion, in an illusion, in an expectation, and it's just how it is.
Exactly. And this is your resolution in this case. Trust the divine 100% without any expectations. What you're going through right now, there is some reason out there. You are probably not going to understand it now, no matter how much you will try. You have to be patient for things to develop, to reveal themselves, and to give you the better picture and the bigger picture. And this bigger picture can come only with full trust in the divine, that what you're going through, what is happening right now, is for a very big reason, and it will make perfect sense afterwards.
Yeah.
But we have to have patience, trust, and no expectations, no illusions, no creations like in the head, plans or whatever. Drop all this. It's not worth it.
And when we tell you such things, I know how it is. The immediate reaction on your side is, I do whatever I want. What is this? I create my own reality. Yeah, you create your own reality and you can do whatever you want with it. It's just that even creating your own reality is not as easy as it sounds. And it comes with side effects. Because everything has yin yang. You cannot be living a positive, 100% positive life. It doesn't exist. Even positivity has darkness, and if we choose not to see it, then we're gonna go straight into the hell, like whatever hell is for you, because everything has yin yang. We cannot avoid. It's impossible.
And I just want to put a side note here that everything that we share with you, we already tried it, we already experienced it, and that's why we are sharing with you. And that's one of the things that we did experience many times. Every time we create an expectation, every single time, pang, things break.
Mm-hmm.
because there's no 100% trust in the divine. And miracles happen only when you trust 100% the divine.
Yeah, that's how it is.
Trust your miracle.
There's nothing to worry about, no anxiety in the trust. It's just pure trust. That's it.
Lots of love.
Lots of love.
See you soon.